Welcome back, everybody. Today we're taking a look at the X90G from KYY. This is a triple laptop screen extender, which effectively adds 3 screens to your laptop, giving you a grand total of 4 screens. Hashtag quad life. This might be something you're interested in if you're looking to increase or improve the productivity or efficiency of your laptop workflow. And while it's probably overkill for most, it just might be a game changer for the rest of us. So let's take a closer look at it today and see what it's all about. Before we continue, shout out to Monarch for sponsoring today's video. We live in the age of fragmentation. You've got 3 launchers that open 1 game each, 5 streaming services to watch 3 shows, and a dedicated app to control a single light bulb in your kitchen. And it'll probably just get worse from here. So when something actually combines the chaos instead of adding to it, that's rare. And that's why I use Monarch. Monarch is a powerful finance app that pulls all your accounts into one place. Checking, savings, credit cards, investments, the whole squad. I personally have 7 different finance accounts floating around, but I can see everything they're up to from one clean dashboard. Monarch connects to thousands of banks and brokerages, syncing securely fast. No weird workarounds, no copy-pasting balances into spreadsheets like it's 2009. But what makes Monarch different isn't just aggregation, it's control. You can create custom categories, rules, and views that actually reflect how you think about money, not how some generic budgeting template thinks you should. The interface is clean whether you're on web and mobile, it's private, ad-free, and your data stays within the platform. You can try Monarch for free, and if you decide it's for you, use the link in the description or code BITWIT50 to get 50% off your first year. Thanks again to Monarch for sponsoring this one. Now back to the main video. I'm just gonna go for it, man. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know what to expect here. I think it could be either really, really cool or super jank. This isn't sponsored or anything. They just sent it over. I said, okay, but if it sucks, I'm gonna let people know. KYY, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. If it's Kai, Key, we're just gonna go with KYY. But it's heavy, 2,890 grams, 2,890 grams. I did the math, that's about 6.5 pounds, just shy of 6.5 pounds. So it's not light, but that tells me that maybe it's well constructed if it's got that much heft to it. We get a user guide here. I'm just really curious what this how this is compacted down into a travel size. It's substantially heavy, but I gotta say, I think that's a good sign. This is metal? Dudes, I was not expecting like a brushed aluminum. Is that what this is? It's a metal construction. That's why it's so heavy, but gosh, it's a lot nicer. The build quality is much better than I anticipated. And it just unfolds like this. So we've got, wow. Right off the bat, I will say the joints for unfolding these feels very good also. Look at that. Oh my God. Let me do a quick peel here. Sorry for the glare. These are 15.6 inch, 1920 by 1080 IPS 60 hertz displays. So you're not gonna wanna do any like serious tasking on these, like gaming or content creation, color correction, all that stuff. You're gonna wanna save that for the laptop screen, because that's gonna be much higher quality, most likely. But this is for the secondary tasks and applications. Discord and Twitter and YouTube and your stock tickers if you're a day trader, an Excel spreadsheet, things like that. It's got a kickstand on the back that is adjustable, so you could adjust the angle like that. And it's very sturdy, like the kickstand doesn't feel flimsy at all. But this feels really good. There's like a nice amount of resistance. It doesn't feel like when you move them, they stay in place. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't like, it's like you want to position it here, it's gonna stay there. Of course, if you like put the monitors up too far, then it starts to get heavy in that direction, and then you might have to throw a mini sandbag on the kickstand or something. But honestly, very nice. Do they articulate? Okay, they don't tilt. The side ones don't tilt. Only the top one tilts, like so. I like that there's cutouts. There's a cutout here, and then 2 on the bottom corners for passing through cables. All of your power cable, USB-C. So this actually connects to the laptop via a USB-C connection. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. But there are plenty of areas for you to pass cables through. And there's physical buttons on each screen for the OSD. So there's a menu button, a power button, and plus and minus for navigating. And then there's also USB-C ports. And I think those are the only 2 ports I see on here. There's no HDMI. It's just USB-C, which I kind of like. And I cannot stress enough how surprised I am at the build quality here. The metallic framing, the metallic body is such a nice thing, but you just have to be comfortable enough with the weight that brings. I think it's perfectly fine. If you're a power user, which if you're buying something like this, you probably are, then you're probably okay with carrying a few extra pounds in your bag or your carry-on. Doesn't look like there's any built-in speakers, so you'll be using your own headphones or the laptop audio. It's pretty much it. It's a really simple setup, and let me just see one more time how this all folds. So this goes first, and then this, and then this. Wow, that's crazy. That's really cool, and it's super sleek. Like once it all folds down, like the heft is still there, it's still kind of heavy, but it's just so sleek. This is probably like, maybe as thick as some heavy duty gaming laptops, probably more like 2 more standard gaming notebooks, like thin and light gaming notebooks. It's probably like 2 of those stacked together. Apart from a quick start guide, it also includes a USB-C cable. So we've got a right angle, like a 90-degree right angle cable on one side, and then a standard USB-C, just straight angle on the other, but it also has this attached adapter, Type C to Type A. This is another USB-C cable. This one's more standard, just 2 straight angles. AC power adapter with a single USB Type-C connection. And then, looks like an on-the-go drive, Type A, Type-C, both male connectors. Interesting. All right, we got the screens all set up on the laptop, which is fantastic. For starters, shout out to Dell for letting me borrow this Alienware Area 51 laptop to demo this product with. Just for the record, it's got an Intel Core Ultra 9 275HX, 32 gigs of DDR5, and an RTX 5080 laptop GPU. We're not testing the gaming performance of the Area 51 or anything like that, but I'm sure as hell glad that it has a Thunderbolt port on it. It actually has 2, because that's allowing us to run all 3 of these monitors off of a single USB-C cable. It needs to have the USB-C port that you connect it to on your laptop has to be 30 watts output or greater. Otherwise, you'll also have to use the additional USB-C cable and the power adapter that came included. So this is all looking good right here. The 3 monitors popped up, not instantly. We actually had to install drivers first, which explains what that on-the-go USB drive was that came included. There's drivers on there. I actually have it plugged in at the moment, and we already installed drivers. You can see Android, Linux, Mac OS, Windows. I installed the Windows ones, of course, took 3 seconds, and boom, the displays all popped up pretty instantly. So it's looking pretty good. I've already adjusted the color settings, the brightness and contrast for these 2 screens. I wanted to do this one on camera for you guys. So there's a menu button here, and if we go into menu, go into brightness, and we're gonna pop this one all the way to 100. We're gonna match the other 2. I've got it at 100% brightness, and they're plenty bright. I mean, I've got studio lights on right now, which is much brighter than your typical room with ambient lighting, and I can see them all very clearly. I wouldn't take it out in the daytime in direct sunlight, but I don't know why you do that anyway. So there you go. The OSD buttons and UI are nothing to write home about. They're pretty basic, but they work just fine. Now, before we really take this thing for a spin, I wanted to point out 2 things that are kind of irking me about the physical layout here. So for starters, this laptop is kind of an outlier. It's got a really long, fat power connector that connects to the back of the laptop. And because it's so long and fat, it doesn't allow us to get really close up. It doesn't allow us to really hug the X90G. We have to kind of bring the laptop forward to make clearance for that power plug. And we're actually over 2 inches away from the unit. Which I don't like. I wish they were more close together. So I wish that the unit, maybe in a future model, had additional cutouts for plugs like this. Again, this laptop is kind of an outlier. Not many laptop power connectors are this long. And if they are, a lot of them plug into the side of the laptop, which would give us a bit more leeway. But I do think that there could be some additional cable routing options, some more cutouts at the bottom of the X90G to accommodate laptops that have a similar connector situation. And additionally, the top screen is kind of low. So the X90G supports, it says it supports laptop screens from 12 to 17 inches. This is a 16-inch screen, so theoretically it should work, but it's 2560 by 1600. It's got a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, which means it's a bit taller than a typical 16 by 9 screen. And that actually blocks a little bit. I can't really see the taskbar on the top screen, which is very annoying. I actually have to tilt the laptop screen right about there to fully see everything on the top screen, which I don't want to do because now it's not super ergonomic with the angle that it's hitting my eyes. So I do wish that the top screen actually had maybe some height adjustment. Even if it was just like an inch, half an inch to an inch would be fantastic, because now I feel like I gotta get a pizza box and put the X90G on top of it in order to really see that top screen fully. So just two physical gripes that I had that I think could easily be improved for a future model. So here's just one of an infinite number of examples of how you could use the X90G with your laptop. For starters, we have the game itself running. We got Resident Evil 4 Remake running on the laptop screen itself because it's the high refresh rate display, right? We don't want a game on any of the 60 hertz panels on the X90G, so we're gonna play our game right here. But on the periphery, we have a lot going on. We've got a Twitch stream. We're watching my friend Ari do his thing in New York City. And then we also have Discord on the top screen, and then YouTube on the left where I can just do some browsing. But of course, sky's the limit. You could have OBS, an Excel spreadsheet, really anything that your mind can think of in terms of how you want to use this, you can. There's not a whole lot to discuss here. I mean, the screens look really good. Do they look as good as the display on this probably $3,000 laptop? No, not quite. But I will say they're very good. The text is super legible, very crisp on all of them. Well, they're identical, so of course if it's good on one, it's good on all of them. But the black levels are surprisingly good for being an IPS. The brightness, like I said earlier, is fantastic. I can see it perfectly fine despite the studio lighting in here. And these are all matte screens, by the way, so there's no or minimal glare. I've got some ceiling lights behind me there, and I'm not really seeing any kind of reflections. It's actually more reflective on this display, if anything. So the screens look really good. Now, since these three companion screens all have relatively dark web pages pulled up right now, I'm actually gonna do a backlight bleed test and turn off all the lights just to see if we get any of that dreaded backlight bleed. Actually, not bad. Honestly, can't see it. Can you guys see it on the camera? I don't know if you can. If you can, point it out. If you see something, say something. I am not really seeing much backlight bleed. I'm sure there is, because there's always some element, some degree of backlight bleed for any IPS screen for the most part, but I don't really see anything obvious, which is great. And I wanted to do a quick side-by-side here between the laptop display and the X90G screen. In terms of color gamut and just color reproduction. You can kind of see, I don't know how visible it is on camera, but there is a wider color gamut on something like a high-end laptop screen than there will be on the X90G. That's just a given. Again, these companion screens are not necessarily for things like professional color grading or things like that. So they're more so for additional information and convenience. You also might notice that the side monitors are wobbling a bit. I'm kind of waving back and forth. That's mainly because this desk, this table that I'm using is extremely wobbly. It's on wheels. The wheels are locked, but it's still just a cheap Amazon table. So the amount that these screens are gonna wobble is very dependent on how stable your own desk is or table or whatever surface you're putting it on. I was definitely skeptical when my brand manager sent this over to me. And I just saw like some no-name brand and I was like, it's gonna be cheap plasticky junk. It's gonna end up in a landfill in 6 months. But I'm gonna use this. I actually really like it. I'm surprised and impressed by the build quality and how good the screens look. Again, they're not gonna blow you away, but they're actually very solid for what they are. I think the price on this is $479.99 US, which I think is very reasonable if you consider how much it would cost to get 3 comparable portable displays. And the pain of having to set those up individually and tear them down individually every single time. That's really what you're paying for. That sort of premium that you're paying on this is for the convenience. You know, a single USB-C cable, if your laptop supports it, is fantastic. And I just really appreciate the metal build quality. I think it's something that I'll be definitely bringing with me to Computex later this year. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please toss a like on it and let me know what you think about this unit in the comments below. Any kind of engagement on the video helps a lot. And thanks again for watching. I will see you all in the next one.